Hi, I'm Britt. Welcome to a 60-minute kettlebell solo class. Kettlebell Solo is a foundational kettlebell program that builds strength, enhances fitness, and improves body awareness. This class is open to all levels, from beginner to advanced. All you need to participate is one 10 to 30 pound kettlebell. And if you're interested in learning how to pass kettlebells with a partner in the future, this is the best way to prepare your body to do so. For today's class, I'd like to remind you, please listen to your body. If you need to take a break at any time, if you need to use an easier progression of the movements, reduce the number of reps you're using, or move slower than I'm moving, please do so. Since I'm not there with you in person to monitor what's happening, I'd like to ask you to please be responsible for yourself and adjust the class according to your needs. Let's review the stances we're going to use in class, and then we'll get warmed up. In Kettlebell Solo, we like to use a variety of stances. And there are two different types of stances we're going to use: square stances and stagger stances. In today's class, we're going to be focused mostly on a neutral square stance. That's going to be feet about hip width apart. So this is going to be our main stance for class today. In future classes, you'll notice we like to use a different variety of stances that helps build a well-rounded strength by preparing your body for different positions. The other stance we're going to use today is a stagger stance, known as a narrow mid stagger. So a narrow width means the feet are right next to each other, and a mid length means 2 footsteps forward. So from your narrow width, you would step 1, 2 foot lengths forward. This is going to be your narrow mid stagger stance. So we'll be using that for our A and U-turn handoffs in class today. Let's go ahead and get started with our warm-up. We'll start off from the top with our neck. I'd like you to go ahead and slowly drop your right ear to your right shoulder, and then come on over left ear to left shoulder. You can use whatever stance is comfortable for you, narrow or neutral or wherever feels good. Take your time. I'd like you to breathe in and out through your nose, nice and calm. And just find the range here where you feel a light stretch on your neck, no forcing. Think about increasing that range just by a millimeter each time you come over. Our next drill, I'll show you from the side. You're going to go ahead and push your chin forward. We're going to call this one the chicken, and then you're going to glide your head back, give yourself a double chin. So push forward, glide up and back. You might feel a little bit more strain on the back of your neck as you push your chin forward. So this can help you bring a little more awareness to your neck position throughout the day. If we spend a lot of time behind a screen, we might tend to start pushing our head forward and wonder why our neck is sore. So think about checking your neck throughout the day and lengthening through the back of the neck and out through the crown of your head. Good. Let's come back to our ear to shoulder. So you're going to bring your right ear to your right shoulder. You're going to pause here, and I'd like you to do some yeses and nos. So just really gentle, shake your head yes in this position, and then gently do a no. Okay, so just exploring some different ranges here. One more time, go yes and no. Good. Coming up and over through the center. Let's do the other side. Left ear to left shoulder. Get some yeses in here. And some nos. And one more time, yeses. Doesn't need to be a big range of motion. Can be small and gentle. And nos. Good. Come back to center. We're going to do a similar exercise with our second drill. So go forward into your chicken head position. You're going to do some yeses there and some nos, and you're not going to worry about how silly you look. You're just going to do it. Go yeses and nose. And then glide that chin back and go ahead and do some yeses and nos here. Just a small range of motion. Go for those nos. And one more time, yeses. And one more time, nos. Good, and go ahead and relax. Our next exercise, we're going to do a handcuff with a pelvic tilt. So if you've been in previous classes, you know both of these exercises, we're going to combine them. And if you don't, you're going to learn them today in combination. So for our handcuff, you're going to go ahead and clasp the hands behind your back. Palms pressed flat is going to be a little bit more challenging on the shoulders. Palms open, a little easier. Then we also look at the elbows. If the elbows are bent, it's easier. If they're straight, it's a little more stretch. So choose the variation of the hands and the arms that feels good. So you could do bent arms with palms pressed flat or palms open, or you could do straight arms with palms pressed flat or palms open. Choose a variation that works for you. Go ahead and find a neutral square stance, feet about hip width apart. And from here, I'm going to have you go ahead and work a pelvic tilt. So you're going to think of tipping the back of your pelvis up and then tucking your tail under. Little bend in the knees can help you find a little more range of motion here. So we get a nice combo of opening up the shoulders and then freeing up the pelvis to move in this position. And this pelvic tilt is a great way to get more in tune with your lower back muscles and your lower abdominal muscles. Think of it very gentle contraction. I like to think 10% effort in lifting up the back of the pelvis and engaging the lower back, 10% effort in those lower abs as I tuck my tailbone under. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax, release the arms. We've got a hip hinge next. We're going to remain in our neutral square stance. Our hip hinge is just going to be practicing a deadlift movement or just hinging at the hips. So take your hands right into that hip crease, push your hips back, little bend in the knees, and then you're just going to slide your hands down to about mid shin level and then slide back up. Nice and slow. We'll do 10 reps here. Ideally, you're feeling a little bit of stretch on your booty and the back of your legs. If it feels like too much of a stretch, you can bend your knees a little bit more as you go down. And that bottom position, we want shoulders over the toes. And now be mindful here that you're keeping your back flat and not rounding your spine this way or tucking your tailbone under. Think lift the back of your tailbone, or sorry, the back of your pelvis up, stick your tailbone out. We're going to feel more engagement from our butt muscles and our hamstring muscles when we place our pelvis in that position. Now, I've lost count here. I don't know about you. I've been talking too much. So we're going to go 3 more reps. When in doubt, we'll just do a few more reps. Make sure we get nice and warm. That's 2, and 1 more. 1, very nice. We've got squats next. We're going to keep warming up our legs. We're going to stay in this neutral square stance. I'm going to have you come down, push your butt back. Your shoulders are going to stay up on this as opposed to on the hinge where they drop forward. Now, how low you go on the squat is up to you. You can also grab a chair and place it behind you for depth or to tap your booty down if you're a little imbalanced at the bottom. Okay, so you can go quarter squat if you like. You can go half squat. You can go parallel squat where your hips and knees are in line. Or if you're really flexible and it feels good on your body, you can sink down as low as you like into that squat. So let's go 10 reps, whatever depth works for you. I like to bring my hands out in front of me to help me counterweight as I sink down into that squat. And think of your weight being shifted slightly towards the heels of the feet. Good. Let's do 5 more. 5. 4. Inhale down. Exhale up. 3. Inhale down. Exhale up. 2. Last one. Inhale down. Exhale up. Very nice. We're going to do some ankle mobility next. So please feel free to hold on to a chair, a wall, something next to you for balance. If you feel your balance is pretty good, go ahead and just stand on one leg. We're going to lift the other foot. What I'd like you to do is you're going to do what's called a demi point. So you're going to push the ball of your foot down, but keep your toes pulled back towards your face. Here, then I'd like you to point your toes. Then you're going to pull your toes back up and then pull your whole foot into this flex position here. Okay, so demi point, the ball of the foot pushes, the toes stay up. Point, come back to that demi point, and flex a foot. Here we go, demi point, point, demi point, flex. There we go, good. And once you feel pretty good with that, you can try to speed it up and make it smooth. If it's challenging, just go nice and slow, piece by piece. This can be a challenging exercise if you've never tried it before. You might even find yourself trying to move your fingers to help you do it. Good, and relax. Go ahead and switch sides. Okay, so find that demi point, the toes pull towards the face, ball of the foot pushes towards the floor. Then we got full point of that foot, pull the toes back, bring it up. Demi point, point, bring the toes up, flex, good. Roll it out. I can definitely feel my fingers are trying to help me while I'm doing this. It's all connected. Fingers and toes are working together. Good, one more. And relax. Okay, we're gonna go back to the first side and we're gonna make some nice slow circles with the ankle. So take your time here. We'll go 5 reps in each direction. Try to go slow. The slower you go, you're gonna build more coordination and strength within that full range of motion of the ankle. Once you get to 5, reverse directions. We'll go 5 in this other direction. Good. One more. Nice little test of your single leg balance if you're not holding on to anything. Okay, same thing on the other side. Find your balance. Nice, slow, smooth circle for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, reverse it out. 5, take your time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Okay, hope you're feeling a little bit warm, and if you're not, don't worry, you'll get warm in our first set. So for our first set, we're gonna work on deadlifts, thigh rainbows, and A and U-turn handoffs. So I'll describe each one as we go along. The deadlift, today we're gonna do a single hand deadlift or one hand deadlift. So what that means is you're gonna be activating the back line of your body. So your back, your glutes, and your hamstrings, mostly your glutes and your hamstrings. we're just going to be using one hand on the bell. So regular deadlift, we would have both hands on the kettlebell, but today we're going to go single hand on the bell as we do that deadlift. Okay, so we're going to have 5 reps on each side, and we're going to do them tempo. If you've done the class before, you know and love, hopefully love, the tempo exercises. It means we're going to do about 4 counts down, 4 counts up each rep. So each rep is very slow. This is why we don't need a heavy kettlebell, because we're going to have more time under tension, and that's going to work the muscles more so we can build strength while using a fairly light weight. So we're going to do the reps tempo, and a few key things to remember here with our deadlift. Again, as I mentioned, we'd like you to use mostly your glutes and hamstrings when you're doing this. In that bottom position, think about slightly pulling up the back of your pelvis so you're sticking your booty out. If you're tucking your tail under like this, you're going to feel mostly your low back muscles firing. So think lift the back of the pelvis and keep your chest up as opposed to letting the chest collapse. So chest up, okay, and you're going to think of push into the legs to come up to the top. Now this first round, we're going to do a bent knee, or essentially a regular deadlift variation. When we come around to our second round, we're going to do a straight leg variation. But don't worry about that right now. First round, bent knee. So we got 5 reps per side. I'm going to start with my right hand. Come on down. Place one hand on that bell handle. Other hand can just be at your side. And we'll start here. We'll come up to the top. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll actually start our first rep from here. So we'll go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can go down all the way to the floor or stop short if that feels better for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 4. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 5. We'll just switch hands at the top. We'll go right into that other side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale up. 4, 3, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 4. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 5. Take it down nice and slow. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Our exercise number 2 is going to be our thigh rainbow. If you haven't done these yet, you're in for a treat. If you have an idea of what fun you're in for. So today we're going to be doing a neutral square stance with our thigh rainbow. So when we've done it previously in class, we've done a neutral long stagger stance. Now we're going to go neutral square. So for this round, we're going to be adding a pulse to our thigh rainbow as well. We're going to go ahead and do 5 reps each leg. So what that's going to look like is I'm going to go following the kettlebell, and I'm just going to bring that kettlebell, make a rainbow shape over my legs. Okay, so if I start on the outside here, this is going to be 1, this is going to be 2. Okay, so we're going to do 5 reps on the right, and then we'll switch over and do 5 reps on the left. So get ready for a nice little burn in the legs and start getting that heart rate up. Let's start with that bell outside of your right leg. Get ready, get set, and go. Bring it up and over. The arms straighten, 1 at the bottom. 2, really feeling it in that right hip. 3, keep your chest up. 4, 5, good. Switch it over to the other side. Bell starts outside of the left leg. Here we go, up and over. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. And 5. Very nice. Bell down. Our third exercise, we have an A-turn stagger stance exercise. So I mentioned previously, in the beginning of the class, we're going to use a narrow mid stagger for this exercise. So narrow width, mid, means 2 foot lengths forward. Now it's a narrow stance, which means you may be a little bit wobbly side to side. That's going to add to the challenge of the exercise. If you feel really unstable here before even moving the bell, please feel free to do a neutral mid stagger. So step your feet out to hip width apart. That's going to be a little bit of an easier variation. Okay, so for our A-turn handoff, all we're going to do is simply bring the bell up and across the body. Okay, back and forth is 1. We're going to do 10 reps. And then we're going to switch legs because with each stagger stance, we got to do both sides. So start your bell to the outside of one leg. I'm going to count it out, a 3 count, and on 3, we're going to do our A-turn. So I'll show you real quick, then we'll do it together. It's going to go 1, 2, on 3, we'll switch it up and over. That'll be 1, etc. So start at your side. Here we go. Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3. Up and over. That's 1. That's 2. Make sure you're gripping the corners of the handle. 3. Make sure you're counting out loud. 4. I mean it. 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very nice. We got to do our stagger stance on the other side. So come back to narrow, step the opposite foot forward into our mid length. Or again, you can use that neutral mid stance if you like. So start with the bell at your side. We'll do our 3 count and go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Up and over. 1. Find that balance. 2. Count it out. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Bells down. We have round 2 through our exercises here. On this round of tempo one-hand deadlifts, I'm going to invite you, you can do between 5 and 10 reps this round. So if 5 reps was pretty challenging for you on the first round, do 5, then rest until I finish the full 10. If you want to go a little bit higher, stay with me. We'll do 10 tempo reps on each side. Okay, so we're just doing 2 rounds of these exercises, so keep that in mind. We're going to bring our bell up to standing position. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to start from here. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, oh, I almost forgot the best part of this round of the exercise. We're actually going to do it straight leg instead of bent. So sorry, I even wrote on my notes in color, but here we go. So this time, instead of bent knees here, which is also a great exercise, we're going to go straight leg. So I want you to contract your quads and you're gonna go straight on the way down. You're gonna feel a bigger stretch on those hamstrings. Now, please remember, you do not have to go all the way to the ground. So if that's beyond your flexibility, don't worry about it. You're just gonna go to whatever, maybe it's here. Okay, just go to the depth that works for you. Okay, you're gonna enjoy this drill. Grab your bell, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 3. It's not about how low you go, but it's just about going to wherever you feel your hamstrings and glutes the most. And that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 5. You can stop here if you like. Down, 4, 3, 2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 9. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 10. Very nice. Switch hands at the top. We got the other side. Match whatever number of reps you did on your first side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 9. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 10. Nice and slow. Bring it back down to the ground. Whew. Hopefully your booty is on fire after that one. Mine is. Okay, second exercise. We've got our thigh rainbow coming back with our pulse. This time, let's go ahead and do 10 reps each side, or again, you have the option between 5 and 10 reps. Feel free to stop at 5 if that's where you're at today. If you'd like to take that challenge up a notch, stay with me for 10 on each leg. So find your neutral square width. Let's go ahead and start with that bell to the outside of your right leg, and we got up and over for 10, then we'll switch sides. Ready, set, and go. Up and over, pulsing with the bell. 1, arm straightens at the bottom. 2, chest stays up. 3, 4, try to keep nice even breathing here. 5, in through your nose, out through your nose if you can. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Switch it over to that left side, outside the left leg. Ready, set, and go. Up and over is 1, 2. Feel that heart rate coming up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost there, hang in there. 8, 9, and 10. Nice work, bells down. Last exercise in this first round is going to be a U-turn handoff in our narrow mid stagger. So you can, I'll just show you the U-turn here from the back in that narrow mid stagger. It's going to come behind, switching hands behind the body this time. Now if that feels a little too challenging on your shoulders or you can't quite reach behind there to grab the bell, go ahead and just do the A-turn again on this second round. Find your narrow mid stagger, narrow width, mid length. Start with the bell on one side. We're going to count to 3 and then we're going to pass it behind us. Okay? Go ahead and start with me. 1, 2, 3. We'll pass it behind. That's 1. 2. Count it out with me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch sides. Find that stagger stance on your other side. Narrow mid. We'll count it out. We'll count to 3 and then go into that U-turn. 10 more here. 1, 2, 3. Bring it behind. That's it. 1. Count it out. Count it out loud. 2. Don't forget to breathe. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And bells down. Feel free to grab a quick sip of water if you like before we head into round 2 of our exercises. So round 2, I'll walk it through. If you're grabbing a sip of water, please take your time. I'm just going to walk you through what we're going to do and then we'll start into it together, but you have a little bit of time. Exercise number 1, we're going to return to our one-hand deadlift, but this time we're going to go regular speed, so no tempo. You're just going to bring your bell up, tap it back down. So there's not going to be our 4 count down, 4 count up. Be a little bit faster. We're going to do 10 reps on each arm. Again, we're going to do, hopefully I can remember this time, we're going to do bent knee on the first round and then straight leg on the second round. Exercise number 2, we're going to do a double thigh rainbow in our neutral square stance. So you're going to have a few options for that. So you can keep both hands on the bell if you like. So you can keep both hands on the bell handle and you can move your bell outside and inside. So depending what weight bell you have, if it's a little bit heavier, you could use both hands on the bell, or if you don't want to work the upper body too much, both hands on the bell. Your other option would be you can use one hand on the bell, bring it across, 2 hands, bring it across with 1 hand. Okay, you can also make it a little bit harder if just keep 1 hand on the bell at all times. That's going to be our most intensive version on the upper body. So you can choose whatever version works for you or play with each version we're gonna have 2 different sets so you can play with 2 of the different variations and try them out. And for that one, when we come across here, we're gonna bring it back. That's gonna be 1. Okay, so we're gonna start our first round with just 5 reps. And on this one, no pulsing. So our first round, we did a pulse up and down. On this round, we're gonna do our static variation. So a little bit more work on the legs that we're just gonna stay in that quarter squat position the whole time. Exercise number 3 is gonna be an around the body handoff. We're just gonna use a simple neutral square position again. So for our around the body handoff, we're just gonna circle the bell all the way across the body. So as opposed to our A and U-turn where we're going just front to back here, for our around the body handoff, we're making a full circle, which also means we need to reverse the direction of that circle. So we're gonna take our reps between 10 and 15 reps in each direction. So if it's your first class, you're gonna do 10 reps each direction. If you've been coming to the classes for a while and you'd like to challenge your reps, you can go up to 15 reps in each direction. So that's gonna be our round 2 of exercises. And again, just like our first round, we're gonna go through it twice. So hopefully you've had a little time to grab a sip of water and we can get started. So set yourself up for your one-hand deadlift in your neutral square position, so our hip width apart. Remember, there's no tempo this time. We're just gonna go regular speed, 10 reps, and then we'll switch to the other side. So go ahead and grab your bell handle and stand up to the top, okay, and then we'll start from here. Go ahead and bring it down to the ground, tap, and come right back up for 1. Tap it down. 2, inhale down, exhale up. 3, inhale down, exhale up. 4, try to feel those same muscles engaging you used in tempo. 5, 6, remember we're using our bent knee variation here. 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch hands at the top. Let's go right into that other side. Tap it down, bring it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, bell down. Excellent. Okay, we've got our double thigh rainbow. You know how they say like double rainbows are lucky, so our double thigh rainbow is also a lucky exercise. Today's your lucky day. If you're not sure which variation to use, feel free to stay with me. I'm going to start with a variation where I use one hand on the side, 2 hands in the middle, and then 1 hand on the other side. If you have a different variation you'd like to use, go for it. Remember, we've got 5 reps this first round, no pulse. Grab your kettlebell, ready, set, go. Bring it up, 2 hands in the center, and over. 2 hands, and back, that's 1. And take your time here. Let's give ourselves some time to feel the burn. That's 2. There we go, up and over. 3. Bring it back, nice and slow. It's gonna get a little more arm work there. I think I'm starting to sweat now. 4. Up and over. 5. Excellent. Shake those legs out. We've got our around the body handoff next. Grab your bell, find your neutral square stance here. You're going to bring your kettlebell up to hip level and you're grabbing onto it in the corner with that other hand. The reason for that is when you come around, it'll give you more space to grab with your other hand. That way there's less risk of dropping the bell, which is good news. I don't want to drop my bell here. You probably don't want to either. Here we go. Grab the bell. Remember, you can do 10 or 15 reps. I'm going to go through 15 in each direction. If you're doing 10, feel free to switch directions at 10. Ready, set, and go. 1, 2, count it out. 3, 4, it's more fun that way, I promise. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, we're going to 15, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, bring it up to your hip and reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hope you're still counting, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, bring it up and rest. Okay, round 1 down. We're going to go through our second round now. So starting with our single hand deadlift. This time, straight leg, I'm not going to forget. So we're going to go straight leg on this round, same as we did on our second round. So this is going to give us an opportunity to train those hamstrings a little bit more intensely. And reminder on this straight leg version, again, be mindful of keeping a flat back. So if you find yourself starting to round, either check your pelvis position or perhaps you're going below the range of motion that's available to you right now. So perhaps go a little more shallow. Don't try to go all the way to the ground. Bring your belt up. Okay, nice straight legs. Squeeze your quads. Here we go. Coming down to the ground. Inhale, exhale it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to keep those quads engaged as best you can. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch hands at the top. Here we go. 1, 2, abs are still engaged at the top. 3, make sure you're not leaning back here, okay, so use those abs to finish strong. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly bring the bell down. Great job. Round 2 of thigh rainbows. I want to make it your really lucky day, so I'm going to give you the opportunity, if you want to do 10 reps with me. If you feel lucky enough doing 5, feel free to stay at 5. Otherwise, you got 10 reps. This round, I'm going to go single hand the whole way when I'm doing it. Okay, again, you can feel free to stay with whatever variation works for you and feels good on your body. Find that neutral square position, bell outside of your right leg. Ready? Grab your bell, find that nice squat position, bring it up and over. Okay, so I'm going to use one hand the whole way, so that's switching. 1, good. Nice steady breathing. Take your time. 2, straighten that arm all the way at the bottom if you can. 3, if you want to make it burn more, sit a little deeper. If it's too much, come up a little bit. 4. 5. Feel free to stop there if you're feeling lucky enough. Otherwise, stick with us for a few more. That's 6. 7. I'm starting to feel really lucky. How about you guys? 8. Feel lucky my body can do this. It's a good sign if you're able to make it through and your body feels good. 9. Last one. Keep breathing. And 10. Bell down. Shake it out. Great job, whether you did 5 reps or 10. Awesome work. Okay, we've got our around the body handoff. Last drill in the second round. So 10 to 15 reps, whatever feels good for you. Get ready, get set, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, count it out. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Bring it up. Excellent job. Let's reverse it. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, almost there, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, bring it up. Excellent job, bells down. So that around the body handoff is a great drill to not just improve your grip strength and your arm strength, but your core strength as well. So I had a question from somebody on how to work their obliques. And I said the around the body handoff is actually a great exercise to do so. And you'll see if you start to increase the number of reps, or if you use even a slightly heavier weight, you're really gonna feel that activation in your obliques and really in your entire core. So it's a great exercise. So we've got a few things left to do. We have a little bit of time. So we're gonna review our around the body handoffs with steps. So if you've been in previous classes, we've been practicing our front steps and back steps. And if you haven't been, that's okay. We're gonna go over it again right now. So this drill uses our around the body handoff and teaches us how to move with the kettlebell. So not just is the kettlebell moving around us, but we're gonna learn how to move with the kettlebell and use the motion of the kettlebell to help us step forward and back. So to start with our front step, remember that as the kettlebell moves back, you're gonna step forward. So you're counterweighting the kettlebell. And then as the kettlebell comes forward again, you are going to return to your starting position, or you're gonna move back to the starting position. So I'm gonna show you the drill we're gonna do, and then we'll walk through it, and I'll show you from the side. So you're going to step forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. I'll give you a view from the other side so you can notice when I'm stepping forward and where the bell is as I'm doing so. So I'm circling the bell, forward, back, forward, back. Okay, so as it's essentially that I'm pulling the kettlebell or pushing the kettlebell back as I step forward. So that swing of the kettlebell back is going to move me forward. And then I'm going to let the bell spinning forward here, moving forward here, bring me back. So that's where that counterweighting comes in. So we're going to go ahead and give it a try. So grab your bell and we'll try it out together. We'll try 10 reps. If you get off with your timing, that's okay. Just start over and try to pick back up with me again. Okay, so we'll try about 10 reps and then we'll try the other side. Go ahead and start by spinning your bell in the clockwise direction, and then you're going to step with your right foot. So bell, start it with your around the body handoff in 5, 4, 3, 2, on the next one, here we go, step, back, step, back, step, back, take small steps, step, back, step, back, step, back. 3 more. 3, back, 2, back, 1, back. Good. Now let's reverse direction. So we're going to go kettlebell in the counterclockwise direction, spinning it counterclockwise, and then we're going to be stepping with our left leg in 5, 4, 3, 2, on the next one, not this one. Here we go. Front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back. Remember, little steps, front, back. Little steps will make it easier to start with. Back. 3 more. 3, back, 2, back, 1, back, bells up. Nice job. That's a little bit of a challenging exercise if you've never done it before. So if you didn't totally get the timing, that's okay. You'll have more practice in the future. Now we're going to review through the back step real quick. If you're good with the front step, you're ready to rest and call it a day, feel free to just watch, pay attention, and you can try it the next time. If you have some energy and you'd like to try it, please follow along with me, and when we're done, we'll move into the cool down. So for our back step, what we're going to do is the opposite. Or actually, it's really the same movements, but the step is going to be backwards first and then front. So same idea as before. When the bell moves forward, you're going to step back. So bell moves forward, you step back, and then as the bell goes back, you step forward. So it's just doing the back step first and then stepping back together. So back, forward, back, forward. And it's key here to let the kettlebell go at a nice, easy speed. Don't try to force it to go really fast around you, because you're not going to be able to get in rhythm with the steps. And it also gives you less time to think about what to do. So take your time and just let the bell go at a nice, easy speed that feels natural. And this is going to make it easier for you to get in rhythm with your steps. So try not to rush it. No rushing, no forcing. Gentle. Let it happen naturally. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and try 10 reps each side. Again, similar to the front step. See if you can follow along with me. So start in the clockwise direction, and we'll step back with our right leg first. Okay, so as the bell comes around that left side, we're going to step back with our right foot. So clockwise direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, not this one, but the next one. Here we go. Back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front. 3 3 more. Back, front, back, front, back, front. Bring it up. Now we're going to reverse direction, counterclockwise direction, stepping back with your left leg. Here we go. Circle it around. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, not this one, but the next one. Here we go. Back, front, back, front, back, front. Remember, small steps. Back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front. 3 more. Back, front, back, front, back, front. Bring it up and rest. Okay, we are done with our kettlebells. We're just going to cool it down. So we're going to finish out with some pelvic tilts. I'd like you to start with your narrow mid-stagger stance. So this is what you used for your A-turns and U-turns. So that narrow mid-stagger. You can keep legs straight, or I like to place a slight bend in the knees, a little more bend in that back leg. Take your hands to your hips, and you're going to go ahead and do 10 tilts here. Taking your time, and I'd like you to start breathing in and out through your nose. Nice and relaxed, so you can start slowing your heart rate down and bringing your body back to its rest and digest state, or rest and recover state. Nice and gentle on those tilts. Let's go for 3 more. Good, and go ahead and step it back to your narrow. Find your narrow mid on the other side. Again, if you're a little wobbly here and you would like to do a neutral mid stagger, feel free to do that instead. Let's go for our 10 reps. Nice and slow. Breathing in and out through the nose. Two more. Excellent. Let's take it to our neutral square stance that we used a lot today, and we're going to go into a squat or a quarter squat position here. So just a slight bend through the knees, keeping your chest up, hands on your hips, and go ahead and work your tilt here. And pelvic tilt is a great way to loosen up your lower back after you're doing some strength work, and to help reset your pelvis to a neutral position. It's also a great exercise to do when you wake up in the morning. If you have any back stiffness, this is a great way you can help alleviate that stiffness. 3 more. Good, and relax. Now we're going to finish out with a little bit of breathing. So we're going to do nasal belly breathing. We're going to set a timer for 5 minutes, and you're going to do exactly what it sounds like. You're going to breathe in and out through your nose. Nice and slow, you're going to feel your belly expand on the inhale and collapse on the exhale. Now if you've never done breathing for 5 minutes, there may be some thoughts or anxieties that can crop up and creep in when you're trying to make it to the 5-minute mark, or you might think, you know, I want to be done with this, I want to get up, I want to go on with my day. Do your very best to take this time to slow down, bring your heart rate back to normal, and just really let yourself completely relax. And part of the practice is just trying to bring yourself back to the present moment when your mind starts to jump around. So that's all part of it, It's okay. Do your best to focus on your breathing and listen to your heartbeat. I'm going to grab my phone for my timer. And we're going to do our breathing together. So find a comfortable spot on the floor. Timer is starting, so go ahead and close your eyes. If you'd like to place your hands on your belly so you can feel that rise and fall, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, just relax, nice gentle breathing, and enjoy. Right, there's our timer. Come on back up. You guys have completed the class today. Thank you so much for joining me. And just as a reminder, remember to take your recovery time after class. Your results are only as good as your ability to recover. So be gentle and kind with yourself and take your time before doing your next workout. See you next time.